In this video, I want to give you some theory and background on how to write your Fiverr gig description with sales copywriting. And that's going to boost sales that happen after people come to your gig. They see your gig, they land on your gig buying page. So this is going to increase the number of people who actually buy from your page. They see it, and after you use the strategies in this video, they will find your gig more attractive and buy more. So SEO and social media, that's marketing, and that's only for getting people to come to your gig page. But the sales copywriting, that's what convinces them to buy. So this is the other piece of the equation. You cannot have one without the other. Having one without the other makes it very ineffective. The combination of the two makes it very effective. And this video is just going to give you theoretical knowledge, and in the next video, I'm going to show you how to actually write it. So in writing the description, you have to first of all explain the services very clearly. If there's no clarity, they won't buy. If they're confused, they'll just leave. And you have to make them picture their life before they get your service, like they're struggling, they're failing, and after they get your service. They're succeeding, they're growing, their design is beautiful, whatever your service is, before they're struggling, after they're succeeding. You have to make them see the difference in your copywriting. That will accomplish a lot. And they have to start to understand on their own how much better their life will be. So there's a big phrase in the copywriting world. The first thing anyone ever learns when they start learning sales copywriting is this phrase, benefits, not features. Features are things like details. Those are boring. People don't want the details as much. They do want them at some point, but what really sells is the benefits. Benefits are things like you're going to grow your business. You're going to make money. If it's in weight loss or health, you're going to lose weight. You're going to look better. Those are benefits that everybody universally wants. How you get there? The exercise, the day-to-day work. Nobody wants that. People know they will have to do that, but they rather deal with it as little as possible. So you always want to emphasize the benefits because that's what people are after in the end. And your writing should be centered around the promise, and the promise should be the benefits, not so much the features. The features are part of what makes the service clear so that people understand what they will be getting. But at the end of the day, they don't want the features, they want the benefits. And you have to understand all this with the idea that buying is very emotional and you have to build emotions. And how do emotions get built? When people start imagining themselves enjoying the benefits. You can literally phrase, think how much better your life will be if your business grows, if you're making money. Of course, you'll be able to go on vacations. You're going to be able to work less. You're going to be able to buy things, do whatever that you want, which you cannot do now. So right now you have this block point, maybe less money, you don't have money, you have stress. But think about how amazing it will be if you're making money. All the stress would go away, all the problems would go away. You'll have freedom. And when people actually start picturing that, and you can do this trick on yourself as well, like literally start picturing that, of course, you want the benefit, you want that. And once you start daydreaming about it, you'll do a lot to get it. And that's why building emotions and building and getting people to almost convince themselves, that's part of the sales copywriting. That's the art of it, because buying is not fully logical. It's very emotional. And just a technical note, when you're writing, to make your writing actually more readable, break up the text into small readable chunks, little paragraphs, no more than 2 or 3 sentences each, because if you have big blocks of text, they're very hard to read on a screen. That becomes a turnoff, and that gets people to read less. So that's just easier on the eyes if you have smaller chunks of text. But it's very important at the end of the day that your writing is clear and you use proper grammar and you take a person through almost like a journey of how great their life will be after they get your service. Now, when you are writing, there are some emotional words and tactics that you can use. Now I'm going to go over it. The word you is the number one most important word in copywriting, because when you say you, that speaks directly to the consumer and they literally think it's for them. So words like you, your, picture yourself, that is a very emotional word. It's a word on which people connect, and you'll often see sales copy using that. And you can put it in places where it makes sense as well. Also terms like get, learn, discover, find, have, those are Also things that communicate that you are going to be the one who's going to get something, who's going to learn something, who's going to discover. Those are all good things. People want that. People want to find, to discover, to have, to get. Other words are, well, when do they want it? Of course, they want it easy and quickly, right? Now, ASAP, in 7 days, in 30 days, easy. Those are words that communicate easiness because nobody wants anything difficult. It's not that people are lazy. I mean, you could say they are, but also it's just logical. Who wants something difficult when the same thing can be easy? Also, another thing that attracts is uses of numbers and percentages. Those are clear, they're easy to understand, and they break up the monotonous blocks of texts. And of course, if you can use authoritative references, like let's say you're creating a logo design service and you have a degree in design, of course, that's going to give you an advantage over other sellers. Or maybe you took a design course from some very known designer, and just the mention of that designer will give you authority, like, wow, this is an authoritative source. So those kinds of references also build trust in your copywriting. So that's a theoretical look of sales copywriting. And in the next video, I'm going to show you some examples and we're going to go over how to write a gig description.